Lincoln Railer Basketball on 96.3 WLCN and WLCNonline.com is brought to you by Grau Incorporated, Schneider Chiropractic, Headline Salon, Lincoln Heating and Cooling, Fifth Street Food Mart, Community Action Partnership of Central Illinois, The Carpet House, Rickham State Farm Insurance, Lincoln IGA, Lincoln College, Bright Ideas Screen Printing and Embroidery, St. Clair's Manor, Lincoln Park District, Grimaldi Law Office, Memorial Sports Care at Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Jim Examus Ford Lincoln, Stacy's Family Pharmacy, Lincoln Dare, Eaton Corporation, Abraham Lincoln Memorial Hospital, Lincoln Printers, Chicago Street Rentals, and by Four Corners Lube.
Railers in their their road green uniforms, white lettering trimmed in red, red numerals trimmed in white with white across the top of the shoulders. And it is Eisenhower winning the opening tip. They'll be moving to the basket nearest us as we sit on the stage along the baseline here at Robert Witt Gymnasium. And Eisenhower, from what we've been told, very deliberate. They like a low-scoring game as well. And well, if anybody likes playing somebody who likes a low-scoring game, it's the Railers, and they can do that.
Yeah, and when that even may work better into the hands of the Railers. You know, the Railers have done such a good job on the defensive side.
Ooh, looked like Tate had a steal along the sideline, but Tate's going to be whistled for an early infraction. First on Tate, first on the Railers.
Oh, he is confused with the foul. It was given to Drew Bacon now, but Drew wasn't anywhere close, so it should go to Tate Sloan.
Folks, it's going to be a fun one tonight. Along the left side to Talifero. Eisenhower in their home white uniforms with the black numerals and lettering trimmed in gold. They've got the black and gold along the side of their uniforms. Bounce along the far side to Walker. Down in the corner, Talifero. Bowers and Grunder there in the double team. They work their way out of it. Minute gone by. No attempts yet for either team. Jumper from the corner for three. That's going to be no good. Rebound down to Jones for Eisenhower. He throws it up off the glass. That's no good. Tip try by Eisenhower. Still no good. They got another rebound down loose. Knocked out of bounds by Tate Sloan. Coach Alexander quickly off the bench, and you can tell certainly not happy with that rebounding set right there.
Several opportunities for the Panthers, for Eisenhower on that offensive end, and you said they're going to be deliberate with the basketball, and the Railers don't give a lot of opportunities for other teams to score the basketball. So when you take your sweet time on trying to score, it really compounds that, and just not a lot of opportunities to get the ball in the hole.
Three-pointer for Walker, and that gives Eisenhower an early lead, but quickly down court. Isaiah from 15, it rolls off, no good. Moving ahead quickly now, down the lane, kick it back out. Nice ball movement by Eisenhower. Tried to get it to Taylor, he drives in. Talifero in the corner. Sloan and Bacon there for the double team underneath off the glass. That's going to be no good. Tip try again, no good. And Isaiah finally grabs the board for the Railers.
Well, a couple of nice opportunities for the Panthers on their offensive end, and the Railers really yet to get out on them and guard them.
Ball down loose on the floor, and it's Eisenhower that comes out with it. They've got an early 3-0 lead, 5.5 to go in the first quarter. Talifero with the dribble right in front of the Railer coaching staff, and there's Tate Sloan, steps right in front of it for the steal for the Railers. Railers need a good look at the basket. Get it to Grunder. Grunder with a strong drive off the glass, and it rolled out, but he gets his own rebound. Ben trying to fight for it, and they're going to call a held ball. And the alternating possession will keep it with the Railers.
Boy, nice easy drive by Grunder. Something that he's put together quite a few times here in the last couple games. Grunder to the basket easily and just couldn't convert on those layups. We saw several of those, especially early on last night, where we just couldn't get the layups to go.
Sloan in the right corner. Tate looking down low to Bacon. Drew double team, tries to get out of it. Ball lost, and Drew lost it out of bounds. So back to Eisenhower. And Timeout's going to be taken by Coach Alexander 3 minutes into this one. Just a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here, and I got to believe that the only person talking is going to be whoever has 802 wins.
Well, you can see that by one coach, Greg Alexander, still on the bench for the Railers, and the other two assistants, Coach Ewald and Coach Bird Farmer, have really not moved far from these seats. So there wasn't a lot of X and O's in this little 25-second speech. As you said, it was all head coach Neil Alexander.
Yeah, Bird and Greg have been on the receiving end of some of those calls.
I've been on some of those too, and I would have rather been where Greg was, sitting on the seats.
So after the Railer timeout, Eisenhower with a 3-0 lead. Ball lost out of bounds. Last touch by Eisenhower, so it goes back to the Railers. And again, that's the fear. There's that, why are we here?
You're right.
Kind of, they're looking for something to kind of get them going. See if they can get this trip down.
Well, and you see that a lot. Not so much in high school basketball, but you see a lot of it in college basketball where it's just hard to get up, especially on the road.
Grunder, pull up, no.
A team that's predicted to win, supposed to win, and it's tough to get going, especially early on.
Shot missed by the Railers. Jumper for 3 is up and good. That's Jansen Taylor, and it's a 6-0 lead for the Panthers. Bowers along the left side, down on the baseline of the corner, out to Bacon, now back to Bowers. Sloan dribbles into the lane, finds Bacon on the low block. Bacon's reverse is blocked, tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay. Nope, it's going to be the last touch by the Railers. And Jermaine Hamlin quickly off the Railer bench. We're going to try something different as Bacon heads to the bench for the Railers. Almost halfway through quarter number 1. Lincoln looking for their first points of the night.
Yeah, and really have had limited opportunities on the scoreboard. I mean, Grunder had a layup. I think Bowers had one, about a 15-footer that didn't go in. Grunder with a layup and just couldn't get it to go.
They tried to get it down low to Quylan Young. A little too far into the basket, couldn't handle the pass. It dribbles out of bounds. So now back to the Railers. Well, Josh, we're halfway through. Railers are down 6-0. Is this where Coach dials up, find a set that you usually can get some points out of just to get on the board?
Well, you're right, but it's tough to run a set. The Eisenhower in that almost a matchup zone where it's a little tough to find open areas to score from.
Isaiah at the free throw line, back out to Grunder along the left wing, spins, finds Jermaine on the baseline. Hamlin finds Isaiah in the lane. Nice spin by the senior off the glass and good.
And a nice spin, as you said, Jeff. Nice move and a nice ball fake by Bowers. Got his guy up in the air and was able to go as he was coming down. So good answer there by the senior and the Railers getting 2 points on the board.
Railers down 6-2. Inside to Young. Puts it back out to Walker. Down the near side to Jones. 3 from the corner, left it way short, but the rebound comes down to Eisenhower. It is Jones who lays it up and in. He's got his first 2 of the night. And again, rebounding is hurting the Railers early on, Josh.
Yeah, it is, and they've gotten almost every time they've missed, they've been able to get that offensive rebound, and something that the Railers have really done a good job for most part of the season was doing a good job on the defensive rebounds, and tonight, or so far anyway, the Panthers have been active on the boards.
Railer basketball this year brought to you by Lincoln College, the Carpet House, and Stacy's Family Pharmacy. 2:35 left in the first quarter. Eisenhower with an 8-2 advantage over the Railers. Inbound out to Grunder. Grunder along the right wing, double team down in the corner to Hamlin. Hamlin back out to Bowers. Bowers finds Titus open top of the key, instead over to Sloan. Sloan skips it all the way across. Grunder's high arcing 3 on the way is up and good.
Yeah, big 3 there, and Ben has had it going here for the last couple games, especially from 3. Jeff, he's been able to get to that 15-foot area and also get to the basket for most part of the season, but it's been the 3 game that has not been as consistent for him here lately, especially since Bloomington on Tuesday night. It's been pretty good.
2 minutes to go. They throw the pass inside. Last touch to Jermaine has that quizzical look saying, I don't think I touched it last, but the officials say he did. So it'll be inbounded on the baseline. 1:58 to go. Eisenhower's Cameron Rowe gets it back out. 3 on the way short for Jansen Taylor.
Yeah, either short or Sloan got a hand on that, one of the two. But if I was a shooter, I would have told my teammates that it was blocked.
Ball picked up, loose, picked up by Eisenhower, and then it's taken right back by Bowers. Bowers spin in the lane, had it swatted out of his hands. Jermaine looked to make a move. Kicks it back out to Sloan, who loads up a 3 and hits.
The high arcer from number 12, Sloan, right through the net. So a big 3 there, a nice pickup by Grunder and Bowers over on the corner. They got the trap going. Timeout, Rodney Walker, but a big trap over on the sideline, which created a shot over for Tate Sloan.
1:23 to go in the first quarter. Timeout by the Panthers. Again, a 30-second timeout. We will keep it here. Give us an opportunity to thank Eaton Corporation, Lincoln Printers, and Chicago Street Rentals for their sponsorship of Railer broadcast this season. Railers
WLCN.
We'll fix it at halftime if we can. We'll go sell for now.
All righty. You're on. Go.
Okay. Apologize for having a few technical difficulties here from Eisenhower. Game still tied at 8. Railers with the basketball, a little over a minute to go in the first. Over to Cannon. Down in the corner to Isaac Dewberry. Isaac into the contest for the first time. Bowers, Titus thought about a 3, didn't take it. We're down to 45 seconds to go. Runner's going to drive baseline. Pull up from 15. Missed it. Missed it badly. Eisenhower, after a loss to Rochester last night, improbable that they could come back and handle the Railers, but right now they're playing Lincoln pretty even.
Yeah, you're right. It seemed pretty energetic. It didn't look like that way through the warm-ups, but then a 3 by Keon Jones, 6'2" junior from the corner. So Eisenhower now 11-8 with 10 seconds left here in the first quarter.
Down to 5. Isaiah, top of the key, down to 3 to 2. Driving, lobs it up to Jermaine, who lays it up and in at the buzzer. Nice look for Isaiah. Good job by Jermaine getting to the basket. And at the end of the first, it's Eisenhower on top. Eisenhower 11, Lincoln 10. Back with the second quarter in a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball. Second quarter of action underway from Decatur. Eisenhower the basketball and a 1-point lead, and make that a 4-point lead as the jumper is up and good from Keon Jones. He now has 8 of their 14. Josh, 4 of their baskets have been from 3-point range.
Yeah, it's been a 3 barrage for the Panthers so far, and the Railers yet to get out on those guys. And I think one thing, if you're the Railer coaching staff, is they talked about that last night against Taylorville on controlling the 3-point shot.
Grunder with a miss on the baseline, gets his own rebound, misses again, but Jermaine is there with the board and the putback.
Yeah, Hamlin with a big rebound there underneath has been continue to attack the basket, just not been able to get the layups to go, but Big 34 was there to clean up some garbage and put it back in.
Minute gone by in the second quarter. Railers down 14-12. Inside, kick it back out. Jumper on the way for 3. That's going to be no good. Dewberry, nice position on the rebound, and that's going to force the foul against Marquez Gray, his first on the Panthers. And again, rebounding, Josh, you don't necessarily have to get the rebound. You just got to put yourself in a good position, and things like that will happen.
Well, and the Railers have done a really good job, I thought, for the most part of this season of controlling the defensive rebounds, the other team's offensive rebounds, to where we haven't given up. Whoa.
Too high from Tate, trying to find Dewberry. And that's another turnover.
But with Jermaine in there, it helps out a little bit on the other end. You know, when you're not doing a good job on the defensive rebounds, you've got to do a good job on the offensive rebounds, and so far the Railers have. Jermaine with a couple of those on his end.
6.5 to go, first half. Lincoln trailing 14-12. Inside, back out, making a move to the basket. And Dewberry and Hamlin there. They corral Jansen-Taylor. Foul, they're giving it to Jermaine. Coach Alexander getting an explanation. Coach Alexander giving us that, are you kidding me face?
Yeah, and Jermaine looked like he was straight up. And sometimes when you're big and you're strong and you jump and for some reason you just get called with a lot of fouls that aren't really fouls just because you're bigger and you may look worse than it really was. And that time was the perfect example of that. Jermaine straight up on defense and did a good job and blocked the shot.
Both free throws go down for Jansen-Taylor. He now has 5. And the lead for Eisenhower is back to 4 at 16-12. 6:15 to go. Grunder along the right side, kicks it over to Dewberry in the left corner. Dewberry quickly out to Sloan. Grunder along the right side near the top of the key, back over to Dewberry. Tipped away, nice job by Eisenhower. Coach Walker saying that he thought that it was tipped back off of Isaiah. It's going to stay with the Railers. 6:06 to go. Railer basketball this year brought to you by Grau Incorporated and Four Corners Lube. Grunder stuck in a double team. Now he's really stuck in the double team. Gets it out to Sloan. Tried to get it down to Hamlin. Pass tipped away. Stolen by Eisenhower. And then Bowers swaps it away, and Grunder's going to roll out of bounds. Last touch by Ben. Titus Cannon back in. Sloan out. Drew Bacon off the bench. He will check in, and he will replace Dewberry. So you've got Grunder, Hamlin, Cannon, Bowers, Bacon for the Railers.
Yeah, all seniors now, or actually 4 seniors and a junior in Hamlin. Our biggest lineup that I think we can put out on the court with Bacon and Hamlin on the blocks. You got Grunder and Bowers on the wings and Cannon at the top of the defense. So it hasn't been the defensive part of it. Although the Panthers have gotten some threes, it's been the defensive or the offensive end. We've just not been able to get things going on our end. 5.5
to go, first half. Again, low scoring affair. No surprise with the Railers involved. The surprise is that Eisenhower's up 4, 16-12. Over along the right side, thought about a 3. That was Jalen Chargois, but it's taken away. Isaiah along the left side with the left hand. The layup up and good.
Nice. And he stole it back off the inbounds.
Stolen back, missed the layup. Rebound down to Eisenhower.
Nice finish by Bowers on the first attempt with the left hand. Got it to go and then stole it as he was coming from out of bounds. He was coming back in, and the Panthers threw it right back to him.
16-14. And then a foul right at the timeline as Titus reached in. That'll be his first. Third on Lincoln. 4:44 left. First half, Railers on top 16-14.
And you don't see it very often, but it almost looks like the Railers want to speed up the pace a little bit more. It's most of the time we're wanting to slow it down and get our shots or get our defense into it, but it looks like the Railer defense is ready to get this thing moving a little bit quicker.
Another 3 up and good. This Jalen Chargois. 19-14. Almost thrown away again by the Railers. Hamlin tried to get it to Bowers. It's tipped around. Jermaine comes down with it in the lane, turns one way, then the other, and then Jermaine is fouled, and are they going to say it's going to be inbounded on the baseline? No shots. Foul on Taylor, his first, second on the Panthers. One official was about ready to administer free throws, and the official that called the foul said, no, out of bounds.
Yeah, and it's a communication problem there by the 3 officials.
Railers get the ball back in bounds. Grunder dribbles into the lane, throws it up. He's going to go to the line for 2. you really get a sense, Josh, over the past couple weeks. I mean, the Railers have had leaders throughout all the games, but there's just that sense that Ben kind of gets a feeling of, I need to do something. And Ben's the one that we've been relying on.
Well, and he's got the confidence to do it. I think there's been times through this season, and he dated back to last season also, that where he's lacked a little bit of that confidence to do it. And so far here in the last week or 2 weeks especially, you've seen Ben with a little more fight to him, a little more vengeance on the offensive end, and saying, when I get the ball, I'm going to the basket.
Ben split the free throws. It's 19-15, halfway through the second quarter. Chargois comes down and fires up a quick three, which bounces off no good. Railers with the rebound. Chance to draw a little bit closer. Isaiah, top of the key, over to Grunder, wide open for three, and he hits again.
Yeah, and that's especially when he can do that, Jeff. When he can hit the three from the perimeter, it opens up his game so much because he's such a strong kid, such a strong driver, that a lot of teams sit back and wait for him to drive because his outside shot has not been consistent for his career, and lately here in the last couple weeks, it might be his strong point.
19-18 after the Grunder three. Dribbling in, ball kicked around. Bowers almost with the steal. Rowe skips it across. Three from the corner on the way. Back of the rim, no. High for the rebound is Hamlin.
Yeah, there was nobody else getting that rebound but number 34 in the green and red jersey.
Railers with the basketball. Grunder drives in, kicks in the corner to Bacon. His three on the way. That's good.
Man, Drew's hit a couple here in the last couple of games, Jeff, where it's been right in that corner where he likes it. No hesitation for the senior, and a big three to put the Railers up 21-19.
Railers' first lead of the night on the Bacon three. 21-19, as Josh said, Lincoln up by 2. Railer basketball this year, reminder, brought to you by 5th Street Food Mart. Eisenhower looking to play a little kill the clock here. Chargois and Rowe mishandled it. Bowers bounces over to Titus, and then Titus couldn't handle it. Bounce pass from Bowers to Titus, lost control of it. So again, another opportunity, defense to offense, no conversion.
Well, and you just said it. Eisenhower looking to control the pace a little bit. A lot of times this Railer defense doesn't allow you to control the pace especially because of the top three guys. When you got Cannon and Bowers and Grunder out there, they're going to pressure the basketball and make you turn the ball over or do something different.
Bad pass. Bowers almost with the steal, tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Eisenhower. Yeah, it's usually never good when you're trying to throw a pass over a double team and you're just throwing it to get rid of it.
Yeah, that normally leads to a steal or some sort of a turnover, and again, that happened there. A trap between Grunder and Bacon in the corner, which led to a steal for the Railers.
Minute 50 left. Grunder along the right side to Bacon. Cannon now to Bowers in the left corner. His three way short, and it went over the top of the backboard, so we're heading back this way. 1:41 to go. Lincoln holding on to that 2-point advantage, 21-19. Remember last night, Railers needed a three at the buzzer from Titus to take the lead at halftime, and then they kicked it into an extra gear.
Taylorville kept it close. They shot it well in the first half, and as is the Panthers from Eisenhower. They're shooting the ball well here in the first half. It'll be something to see if they can do it for 4 quarters.
So the Panthers of Coach Rodney Walker come in with only 10 wins on the season, and they're playing the Railers very tough here tonight. Keon Jones back on top to Walker. Talafero hounded by Hamlin and Bowers. Back out now to Wilson. Minute to go. First half of action. And again, Eisenhower doing what they can to try and run the clock down. Foul on Lincoln. Who they whistled the foul on?
They called on Bacon.
Foul on Bacon, so they inbound it. 3 on the way, that's going to be no good. Rebound to the Railers.
Yeah, Isaiah tracked that one down. It was a long rebound, and Isaiah almost crashed into the Railer bench going for that rebound.
Bacon out to Bowers, 30 seconds to go. Railers up 21-19. Grunder along the left side, tried to get it inside to Bowers, went right through his hands. Out to Eisenhower with the left hand, the layup is good for Young, and we're tied at 21. 12 seconds to go. Bacon's three from the right side. That's no good. Bowers, the rebound put back. Shot it too hard. Rebound to Eisenhower with 6. Down with 5. Driving in. Got to watch the clock. I don't think they realize the time. They're not going to get the shot off. They did not pay attention, and they did not get a chance to get that shot off. So we have hit halftime. We are tied. Lincoln 21. Eisenhower 21 as well. Back in a moment with the Grau Incorporated and Schneider Chiropractic Center halftime show. And you're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.